Hi, my name is Garland Hurst. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself using 3 items from around my house that are very significant to me, including this Chick-fil-A polo t-shirt, this vinyl record from Kanye West. See here if I can get the record out. There it is. And something that's right in my pocket, my Jeep car keys. And so we'll get into all that. I'm going to start off talking about this Chick-fil-A shirt, and this symbolizes how I worked at Chick-fil-A for over 2 years in high school. It was a really good experience, a lot of fun. It kind of became my identity around Little Rock. I was the Chick-fil-A guy. I was the guy that worked at Chick-fil-A. I ended up becoming a team leader during my last little stint there, and it was a really fun job. It lives up to the hype, as you might imagine, and I get a lot of questions as a Chick-fil-A worker because everyone has so many questions to ask me. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer a few of the basic ones. Yes, I do get free food if I work there. No, you don't get free food because I work there. And no, we actually don't have to say my pleasure. It's just something that's kind of like understood. That's what we do. And it sticks with you. To this day, whenever someone says thank you, it's my first instinct to say my pleasure. I'm finally starting to get out of my system, but it took a long time. And so Chick-fil-A is definitely something that's really close to me in my heart, and definitely something that made an impact me growing up, especially in high school when I worked there. For sure, something else that made an impact on me and has always made an impact on me is music. I'm a huge music fan. I love listening to music. I love playing music. I play the guitar and a little bit of piano. And here's a vinyl a vinyl record from one of my favorite artists, Kanye West. But I don't only love rap music and modern music, although I do love people like Kanye and Eminem and Kendrick Lamar. I also love older music, older rock and roll, like Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin and Lynyrd Skynyrd. And I even love modern pop artists like Frank Ocean, Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish, The Weeknd, and so many more. I pretty much love every genre, and I'm really big. One of my favorite things to do is to just listen to an album and just see how an artist progresses over their career. So music is something that's very, very important to me. Something else that's really important to me is my car. It's a 2017 Jeep Cherokee, and I love it so much, but it has gotten me into trouble a couple times, including actually today. I got my first ever speeding ticket, which was not fun, but it was not the first time I've ever been pulled over. That was about 2 years ago when I first turned 16, and I was driving to school and I was a little late, so I thought I'd kind of cut through the traffic by going through a parking lot, and bad idea. So I try to escape traffic going through the parking lot, and I'm going really slow through the parking lot. And so I'm like, this isn't that big of a deal. I kind of pull out my phone, I'm gonna play some music, we're good, I'm confident. And then I hear some sirens going, and before I could even leave the parking lot, I'm pulled over. And then this huge, muscular cop, the most intimidating guy I've ever seen, comes up to my window. And the first thing he says to me is, "Give me one reason why I should not impound your car right now." And I'm just this little kid, and I'm so scared, and my body's shaking, and I'm like, I don't have one. I don't have a good reason. He's like, "Well, first of all, you're cutting through a parking lot, which is illegal, and what really put me over the edge is when I saw you on your phone while you're driving, which I can get your car impounded for." He's like, "Give me one reason why you're doing that." And I was like, I can't give you one, sir. I'm sorry. And I was just shaking so much as he goes back to the car with my license and registration, and he's filing a report. And I was just thinking oh, my driver days are over. My parents are going to kill me. I'm going to have to pay a huge ticket. I'm not going to have my car anymore. This is terrible. The cop comes back to my car. This huge guy, he's just looking at me, no smile, no nothing, no politeness. And he said, "Sir, I want you to call your parents for me so I can talk to them." So I call my dad. I'm so nervous. I'm like, oh, he's gonna hate me. The cop gets the phone and he says, "Sir, are you the father of Garland?" And my dad's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well," he explained the situation of what happened and why I got pulled over. And he's like, "Sir, I'm just gonna tell you this. What your son did is ridiculous, but he is the most respectful kid I've ever met in my entire life. Just a stand-up guy. And so I'm gonna let this go with a warning, and this is gonna be something y'all can deal with at home." That was the biggest sigh of relief ever. Everything the guy was pointing towards was like, okay, I'm in big trouble. But thank the Lord, I just got off with a warning, and so I did not get a ticket. So I went like my first 2.5 years of driving without a ticket, but I finally got one today in this video. But anyway, I figured that my keys and that story, as well as this vinyl record and my Chick-fil-A polo, are 3 items that really tell a lot about me. And so I hope y'all learned a lot about me, and thank y'all for listening.